What's going on YouTube? Heylow here with another Total War Warhammer 2 FFA. Today I'm going to be bringing you a Chaos match I played. Brought Kholek in an all-cav build. Surprisingly, went went pretty well. So I'm going to show you exactly what happened here today, and let's get started. Okay, so I brought Kholek and a Shaggoth, and then 3 units of Chaos Knights for the front line, supported by a Swords of Chaos Regiment of Renowned, and the Poison Warhounds with a Sorcerer or of Death. So the nice thing with this Regiment of Renown, it gives extra speed and charge bonus. So normally I wouldn't say it's very worth it to take in your regular 1v1s, but in this kind of build where you have a large amount of fast moving units, it's really going to help buff them up. I didn't bring lances specifically because I'm bringing these guys. I wanted to be able to sit in sustained combat once I get those charges instead of constantly having to cycle out and try and get maximum points. So the Chaos Knights with only 44 charge, they're going to get a really nice big buff from the Swords of Chaos. It's going to make their charge bonuses a lot better. And then in sustained combat, they're going to do very well with their 50 melee defense. So that is my build. Let's move on over here to our Skaven opponent. So today he brought a full front line of Skaven slaves, supported by 2 warp lightning cannons, as well as some warp fire throwers, flank of clan rats with shields. He brought a warlord, some deathglow bombardiers, rat ogres, doom wheel, his assassin on the flank there. Make sure you go. Sneaky over here. We got a death runner. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for his build. Obviously, the opponent here planning on playing very defensive, relying on those warp lightning cannons and his ranged components. Just going to be soaking up charges and tar pitting essentially with Skaven slaves and clan rats. If he gets his warp lightning cannons situated up on this high ground here, he's going to have a perfect view to any army that's on his flanks or directly across. So obviously that was the intention there with this army. But yeah, we'll move on over here. Check out our greenskin opponent. Nothing but black works. Just a big old box of bad. These guys are brutal when they get in close combat. They will pretty much tear anything up. As you guys probably know, I play a lot of Chaos, so Greenskins are a pretty tough build if you're trying to go toe-to-toe in melee, because Black Orcs will mulch anything other than Chosen. To support that, he has an Arachnarok Spider. He brought Wurzag for his Lord, running around on foot, so he will be dancing. And then we have a Gabo Big Boss supporting here. Yeah. Alright, what else we got going on? Alright, so 2 units of Goblin Wolf Riders forward deployed, can be doing a little skirmishing, so that'll be nice. And that is it for him. So Tomb Kings. A really nice defensive build here with a lot of range components. So he's got 3 Ushabti with Great Bow, Catep for his Lord. He's got a front line of Tomb Guard with Halberds as well as Halberds on the flank. They're going to be supported by 2 Skeleton Archers and in the rear 2 Nehekara Warriors. So nice build. Definitely playing the long game here, going for that safe, sturdy front line with a lot of range support to milk out his damage. That's where he's planning on getting his points from. And then he also has 2 Carrion over here. Just kind of chilling in the back with the woods, taking a nap in the trees, I guess, till the battle gets started. But yeah, that is the army list, and let's jump right in. So, in the start here, I deployed on this corner because seeing Skaven, I know I'm going to have the best odds of getting through them with my build. Chances are I don't want to go up against Tomb Kings in case they brought a lot of large constructs, things like that. Unfortunately, Chaos Knights, no anti-large and no armor piercing. So all of their attacks are anti-infantry. They're meant for lightly armored stuff. So Skaven generally is going to have that. So I just all in going straight for this flank. Now my opponent getting pretty preoccupied trying to get all of his massive force moved up. I don't think he realized what was happening until it was pretty much too late here, because you can see this assassin almost getting run into, and he pulls that off. But yeah, at this point, I'm already in. Getting these sick charges. You see that little boost there. That effect comes from the Swords of Chaos. For them being nearby, they get a nice boost to speed and charge bonus. A really nice warp lightning shot just straight into my Chaos Knights off the beginning there. Does a lot of damage. Takes out 19 models. But you can see they're already racking up 36 kills. We've got 22 over here. Almost 80. But yeah, the Warhounds are going to get in the back line. These Knights are going to be rushing down to try and get into those Glow Bombardiers. Just sweeping advance, just plowing right through here. Kholek swinging in. He's going to get in on these Warp Lightning Cannons. Keeping my Sorcerer safe because I want him for the long run. Don't want to just charge him in and get him hurting early. So Dragon Ogre Sheogoth over here just beating down on this Doom Wheel. At this point, I've pretty much Alpha Striked my opponent. So he's trying desperately to get his forces in here and do what he can, but he's taking pot shots with his Warp Lightning Cannons, just trying to get some points on across the bay. He's hitting some carrion. And then here, my Sorcerer going to drop a Purple Sun. Probably one of my favorite Purple Suns I've ever done. Just absolutely shredding through this infantry, just tearing them apart. You can see my points racking up. It does go back into my Chaos Knights a bit, takes a health, kills a model or two, but definitely worth it for me. End up shattering this front line here. Warp Lightning Cannon's totally out of commission. Warlord's running around. We'll end up dealing with him at some point here. Just mopping up the skirmishers. So let's get over here. The Arachnarok ended up getting absolutely nuked by all these Ushabti, and the Black Orcs are just going to charge in, get straight into these Halberds. This is going to be a pretty tough fight. Black Orcs are definitely going to win this, but the Halberds, 47 melee defense with silver shields, very durable unit, definitely meant for that War of Attrition style gameplay. Opponent here getting a nice little flank hit with those boys. And the Black Orcs here enveloping, really needs to get them into combat. There we go. But ooh, nice spell drop right there, doing some good damage. And opponent retaliates with a Foot of Gork. Yeah, this is going to be just a straight slugfest. We got Wurzag coming in with the Gobbo Big Boss. So this is going to be grindy. Fortunately, these Tomb Guards are actually going to do surprisingly well. Black Orcs you would think would pretty well trounce them, but they're not that heavily armored, so the armor piercing is kind of irrelevant. And they have their own armor piercing, and they're going to do pretty decent here. Especially with these regeneration effects, they're really going to bump up the health, and they're just going to sustain them for a long time. Meanwhile, his archers are just going to try and just blink what damage they can off. However, he does, yep, there we go. Nahakar Warriors getting into combat. In the back, we've just got a little skirmishing engagement going on between the Carrion and the Goblin Wolf Riders. That's going to go on for quite a long time. Me over here, still chasing around these ranged components, just trying to knock them out, get my free points while I can over here. Trying to deal with this assassin, being a little pain, lurking around, dodging in and out, picking at Kholek's heels and the Dragon Ogre. Warlord goes down, he's getting chased off by Kholek, just kind of cycle charge these Death Runners. But yeah, these guys are going to be a nuisance throughout the rest of the game. I just can't quite land the hits I need to with their dodge. But yeah, at this point, I'm going to see that I'm really not getting much out of this engagement. I've pretty well run everything off. Now I'm just chasing things, so I say, forget it. I don't want to waste my time. Need to keep that big point lead I've got going, because Spartan of Truth here with his Tomb Kings is starting to catch up. So I'm just going to start pulling all of my forces around and try and get over in and get involved in this engagement. So Carrion melting there, getting skirmished down by these Wolf Riders. Yeah, you can see in the back some of these Skaven are going to be regrouping and rallying. They're going to end up back in the fight. But yeah, I'm just pulling my stuff through, trying to deal with these Death Runners. This little assassin just PO'd, hot on our heels, just got it out for us, chasing us down, trying to get revenge for their army getting all sorts of mulched. But yeah, you can see this Death Runner hanging out, chasing around. Kholek, like, I don't care, I got better places to be right now. Poison Warhound's coming, and he is just hot on our heels, keeping up with the Cav. 66 speed, 54. I'm going to drop the Poison Warhounds in there just to hit him with the poison, slow him down for a bit, and just keep moving so he's not plinking away at us while we're running. But yeah, we're going to be coming in over here. Another really nice Vortex spell. Yeah, just the attrition here. The Black Orcs going to town, but all these Tomb Guard and Nahakara Warriors getting their healing buffs from Cataphracts. Wurzag dancing around, getting into combat, just hanging out with some Tomb Guard over here. No big deal, guys. and I'm going to get in here. My opponent is going to summon in Ushabti and block my charge. I wouldn't say that was the best decision. I get why. He didn't want me getting involved in the engagements, but my rear charge probably would have broke these Black Orcs sooner anyways, and he does have halberds, so they probably would have traded decently, getting some damage in. But yeah, kind of caught up here, trying to take out these Ushabti. Just going to keep running through. Finally get the rear charge on this contingent I brought around from the back with Chaos Knights and the Swords of Chaos. This assassin hounding us, trying to get at my sorcerer. Coming in, jumping into combat. But yeah, at this point, this whole area is just a brawl. I've shattered the whole front line, both of them having worn each other down pretty thin on attrition. The rear charges were just a bit too much for them. A lot of crumbling going on. I got a unit back here trying to deal with some Death Runners, getting a little caught up. But at this point, yeah, Kholek and the Shaggoth, there was a little duel going on with Wurzag and Cataphracts, and they're like, no, we're not having any of this. Let's show you how it's done. And get in here with these big old hammer and axe. They're just going to start cleaving. Wurzag's not having it. He's going to dance away off the field. Not enjoying this. It's like, this is not my style. I'm out. Catap over here trying to hang out, getting beat on by Shaggoth Dad. But yeah, he's pretty damaged. Hitting on these Ushabti with Great Bow because they're really doing work on Kholek over here. But yeah, get some charges in, trying to deal with these darn Death Runners and this assassin. The Greenskin player is going to start just regrouping his routing units down here, getting chased off by some halberds. Kholek's just going to keep the beat down on some Ushabti, get my Dragon Ogre in, try and finish off Catap because he's really hurt. Try to keep my Sorcerer alive, run him in over by the Shaggoth to support. My Knights just still running around doing some work, cycle charging as usual. Unfortunately, my Hounds get run off the field, getting plinked at by archers. Warlord rallies. Big boy wants some revenge. He's coming to club. Try and shiv some people with his Warpstone hands. But yeah, as far as the rest of the overview goes, some Skaven units coming back in. That's about it. Kholek going to drop a storm here, just do a little damage to some Ushabti. But yeah, this is the reason I got Chaos Knights. They can do the sustained combat without taking too much damage. You can see their health is pretty high. Lances just don't do well in sustained combat. They have lower melee defense with a higher charge bonus, so you want to keep cycling them, and I didn't want to do that. Because if you continually have to cycle, it gives your opponent more of a chance to react to what you're doing. Going for a mass cav build, I definitely say maybe splitting it, but since I brought Kholek and the Shaggoth, I didn't really have the money to do a couple units of lances, and I definitely wanted something to deal with anti-large, because if you go pure Chaos Knights, you're going to have nothing, and you're pretty much going to get beat down if you get any dedicated anti-large units involved with them. The Warlord over here coming in. I'm going to move Kholek. I just don't want to get hit on that charge since he's rocking this bonus with Deadly Onslaught. Going to turn around and say screw it, land that heavy blow. Swords of Chaos coming in with their magic damage, or fire damage, excuse me. And just keeping my Sorcerer alive, kiting around a little bit in case I need a last minute spell, trying to save up those Winds of Magic. Warlord getting pounded on here. And then we got this little assassin still hanging out, finally going to rout. But yeah, Nahikaras are crumbling, the Ushabti are crumbling, they're getting hit by these Deathglow Bombardiers that rallied in the back. Death Runners coming in, they're going to rout. Yeah, at this point for this Skaven, it's pretty much just leadership. Really struggling there. I've got some units that I'm going to bring back in that rallied, and we're just going to go charge on into Pound Town with these Black Orcs. Wurzag decided, you know, I kind of like it here. Maybe I'll go build a house on that lake, dancing around, real excited. And he's not going to be too excited in a second here. Kholek's going to be dropping a little lightning spell, and we're going to get a charge in here and just totally trounce these Black Orcs, just run straight through them. Swords of Chaos, such an awesome unit. All the animations and whatnot are really, really well done. But yeah, we're going to pretty well shatter this force, chase what's left off the battlefield. Wurzag decided, you know, it really isn't worth it. I'm going to go build my cabin somewhere else, go find a new hill to hang out on and dance. Skabo Big Boss, surprisingly durable with his duelist, just hanging out. I'm going to try and get on him with Kholek and some Knights. Keep cycle charging here, take out some of these still remaining black orcs, these wolf riders, get into combat because they're out of ammo. They're going to rout right away. This assassin, once again back, livid as ever, just going after Kholek, and he's going to get his. But yeah, I'm just going to rear charge, just go straight in with these knights and deny this assassin his shivving of Kholek's cankles. But yeah, unfortunately the assassin, biting off a little more than he can chew, he's going to end up with all these Chaos Knights. Not the fight he wants to be in. Yeah, the orcs are pretty well gone. Greenskins getting a little wiped out here. I'm going to start charging up the hill, go after these bombardiers. Kholek skipping leg day, taking his time. He's pretty exhausted, and he's not used to having to go up and down the hills this much. But yeah, getting the cav blob back together, just keep chasing stuff down. At this point, it's pretty much over. I've got the win basically in the bag. It's just mop-up duty, taking out these crumbling units, chasing off some routing units that haven't broken yet, just piling in. This assassin getting what he wanted, straight in the thick of it. Deciding to change his mind. He doesn't want to be here anymore. Mistakes were made. He's going to run on off the battlefield. But yeah, that's about the gist of that. All that's left on the battlefield for my opponents is, never mind, bombardiers, and we're good. Look at that. Chaos Cav win in an FFA, who'd have thought? Kholek doing work, my Cav blob surviving, real tanky. Yeah, it definitely paid him in my favor that the Skaven player didn't really have anything for anti-large other than warp lightning cannons. Paid huge dividends into my build and worked out perfectly for me. The Purple Sun doing a lot of work, a lot of rear charges on the Black Orc and Halberd engagement that was going on. Fortunately, those Black Orcs tearing through a lot of those Halberds, so by the time we got done here, nothing really was left other than Ushabti. But yeah, look at the kills here, 58 on Kholek, 434 on the Sorcerer of Death with those Purple Suns. I ended up getting another Purple Sun that I missed. It wasn't too great though, just kind of dropped in on some of the Black Orc Tomb King infantry that was over there. Chaos Knights, 214, 211, 187, 346 for the Swords of Chaos. That's, what, I believe an 18-man unit. So 346 kills, really doing work. That fire damage, the huge bonus to charge and speed, really coming in handy with the Chaos Knights. You can see a lot of chevrons coming through here. 54 kills on the Shaggoth, 3 chevron. Chaos Warhounds getting 75 kills. Really useful unit for supporting, chasing down ranged units. Reducing the melee for stuff that your Chaos Knights are getting involved in. We'll get over into Spartan True stuff here. 16 kills on Catap, mostly just playing a support role. Nehekar Warriors getting 22 and 15. Unfortunately, Black Orcs are not the matchup for Nehekar Warriors. They just don't have the AP to sustain in that kind of engagement. Anti-infantry helps, but Black Orcs are just so armored and tanky. They're just going to chew these guys up. Halberd's doing decent work considering they were up against purely Black Orcs. 52 kills, 8 kills on this one. 32, 27, 30, not bad. They held the line for a very long time. Skeleton Archers only 12 and 10 kills. This would have done very well against the Skaven, I believe. But these Archers just, again, aren't going to do well against the Black Orcs because of their high armor value. Carrion doing work, just chasing around the Wolf Riders, keeping them out of combat with him, keeping them off his ranged components. Ushabti with Great Bow doing okay, 23, 11, 34. They nuked the Arachnarok Queen, or Spider, right at the beginning. Just instantly killed it, just gibbed. So they did their job really well, taking out large. Did a lot of damage to Kholek in the end. You can see he was running pretty dry there. But yeah, let's get over to Greenskins. Wurzag, 28 kills, dancing around. Didn't find home, unfortunately. He's going to go build his cabin somewhere else. Gabo Big Boss, 6 kills. 70 kills, 92, 89, 126, 183, and 130. Yeah, these Black Orcs are brutal, just chewing up that front line, cutting down the halberds. Arachnarok Spider getting nothing because it was just instantly nuked by all those Ushabti. 16 kills, 17 kills, the Wolf Riders, just pretty much trading out with some carrion in the beginning throughout the game there. And then we'll get over into the Skaven, unfortunately. See what he was going for with this? He just picked the wrong day to do it because this is exactly what this wants. You can see all these kills and stuff. This unarmored light infantry that's not going to do much of anything against shock cavalry and heavy cav. Just the juiciest target I ever could have asked for running this build. Warp fire throwers just not really having an opportunity. Death runners getting 21 kills, just hot on our heels the whole time, chasing around with their dodge ability and those smoke bombs. Deathglow Bombardiers getting a couple kills here and there. Rat Ogres getting some kills. Doom Wheel, nothing. Just got spanked down by my Shaggoth. Warp Lightning Cannons actually got a really good barrage off in the beginning on one of my Chaos Knights. Just nuked it right off the bat, taking out, I think it was 19 models. So they do very, very well against these Cav, but they just didn't have enough to protect them. If he had, like, all Storm Vermin instead, he probably would have held up pretty well against this. Um, they have that charge defense against large, halberds, anti-large. But yeah, this is definitely a very, very unorthodox chaos build, so obviously no one was really planning for that, which is why I brought it, switch it up, do something different. But you see 1,579 kills with 19,350 points. Definitely worked out. This is not going to work every time, though, because I've played it once, did pretty well, took out Dark Elf army, and a lot of like a beastman army that was all like light infantry that forward deployed, kind of like this. Mulched through it and then got into the dark elves, and they forfeit the game because they were getting run over. But then the lizard men came over with a bunch of dinosaurs and like temple guard and stuff like that, and just absolutely tore me apart, just ripped me to shreds, because this anti-infantry with no armor piercing is not going to do much of anything against like large dinosaurs or like temple guard. It's just not going to do well. Um, so I ended up getting second in that one. But yeah, FFA always a good time to try and do something different. Goof around, try new builds, get jiggy with it. But yeah, like, subscribe, leave a comment down there. Let me know what you think. If you want to see anything in particular, drop that comment. Check them. I'll try and get back to you right away. Yeah, have a great day.